Welcome back, guys, to the Coins and Connections podcast. This is your girl, Cinquanta Cox-Smith, and we are going to continue to explore all things books, business, and bullshit. Let's get into today's episode. Hey, y'all, what's up? Episode 22, and I am just glad to be here because I've been trying to record this podcast for over a week, and the two times that I did, the audio sucked. It sounded so bad that I had to re-record it, and then it didn't save, and it was just so many things going on. And I think that the devil did not want this shift to happen. Like, I was talking about something that's super great and good, and the fact that church this week was amazing, and some things that the pastor talked about was definitely amazing. And I brought my Facebook group back online because they needed to hear from me. So I'm going to quote what the pastor talked about this past Sunday, and I actually shared it in my Facebook group. So if you're in there, you've seen it. So he said, every time you don't show up, you are forfeiting God's blessing in your life. Not too long ago, I said to continue to show up for yourself even when no one else shows up. And this is also indication of a shift. Sarah Jakes also talked about the shift, but in her words, it was a mindset change. It is a mindset change because when we're going into a shift, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I want you guys to embrace it. As we grow, as we mature, as we learn new things, you have to go. You can't go somewhere you've never been before, and you don't know until you know. And my Southern folks will get that. And that's exactly what Sarah Jakes Roberts said. You don't know until you know. So if you go back in time, you wouldn't understand because you needed that lesson. You needed to be in that spot to go through what's happening right now in your life to get to where you are. So now you have a different outlook on the process of what it took to get here. And now you have a clearer, not only clearer, but better understanding of why you had to go through what you went through to get to the other side. So now you can shift your mindset, because I can't have the same mindset I had at 18 at 32. It just won't work, because at 18, I didn't have any responsibility other than myself. I didn't have a husband and 2 kids. But now at 32, I can't make the same decisions I made at 18 because I do have 2 kids and a husband that I got to think about. But not only that, health-wise, I am in a state where I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with my body. I'm changing my diet. I'm making better choices. I'm taking the leap of taking a walk every day, getting active. And within 2 weeks, I've already seen a change. I'm not out of the woods, but also I understand that my health has had an effect on me for the past 2 years. But I was not ready to acknowledge it. I was in denial. I'm gonna be okay. I'm young. But at the same time, I know what I need to do. I know what runs in my family. I know the changes I need to make to not be in that number, to not be the same, to be better, to get better for myself, to be able to stick around for my family. So I had to quickly readjust and realize that if I don't take care of myself, who will? Because there's nobody out here that can make me eat right. There's not nobody out here that can make me get up and take a walk, go run, exercise for 30 minutes. That enough is enough moment is when I wasn't loving myself. You get what I'm saying? I know y'all hear me. If I wasn't loving myself, How could I love someone else? How can I be my 100% self if I'm not even taking care of myself? So I had a mindset change. My mindset changed from last month to this month. I can't handle my money the way I handled it 5 years ago. If I couldn't handle $5, how am I going to handle 5,000? It's a mindset change. We're shifting into a new period, into a new life, a new age. We're understanding better and things are clearer. We have clarity. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how to move forward in this shift. So I get asked a lot, how did you start your podcast? Where do I begin? How can I start a podcast? Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. You know, I'm down with the free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Like, ain't nobody listening yet and you making money. How dope is that? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting on? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Okay, so in the midst of this shift, I am trying to be more understanding. I am trying to listen more, and I am trying to be here more for my family. I am working less and I am working smarter, but that does not mean I am not supporting my peers, because this is what happens, right? In the first quarter, I showed up and showed out for everybody else, but I didn't show up for myself. So listen to me. If you see me and I'm not my chippery self, it's because I gotta handle me. I can't be distracted. I see you grinding. I'm proud of you, but I can't get distracted. So that means I can't be 10 times the person I was for you from January to April. And just know that I might need some encouraging words. I might need you to show the fuck out for me. And that's just real. All that energy I was giving you, I need you to give it to me. I just need you to pour back in me because I'm struggling. and it's like I always say, my silence is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that I'm about to fuck some shit up. So y'all better watch out. I'm applying pressure, and I'm coming for the heads of everybody who said I couldn't have what I have now. And that's by all means, if I'm quiet, if I'm not rooting you on the way you want me to root on, I ain't jealous, I ain't mad, but I'm focused on me. And it's not that I'm not showing up because I'm there and I'm liking, and I'm sharing. I just might not be all up in your comments. And that's okay. I'm not, like I said, I'm not jealous. And I want people to understand what mindset change. There's goals that I have for myself, and there's goals that other people have for themselves. That's just not a goal for me. There's certain things that I don't care to have. There's certain things that I don't care to be. There's places I don't care to be in the rooms. And that's by all means, that's not taken away from your goals that you want, but I just don't see that for me. And that's okay. I said this week, I want to be rich and not famous. I want to make my money, mind my business, and make millions. And I'm going to put that on a shirt. Okay? I want to make my money, mind my business, and make millions. Y'all, I'm putting that on a shirt today. Points and connections. But that's just, and you could say I'm humble. I am grateful, and I thank God every day for this brain of mine because it works in mysterious ways. And I thank God that I can manifest my wildest dreams to live the life that I've always wanted to live. I want to be able to provide for my family. I don't want to be gone from them all the time. I don't want to be super busy. I don't want to have regret. I want to just be able to live and have my bills paid, go on trips with my family, and be able to just buy them what they want, and also budget my money and have longevity in this business. Build a legacy and something for my kids to look forward to when they grow up. So there's things that are different about me and you. I've been in this business so long. I've lost so much. I've lost so many friends. I've dealt with betrayal, grief, disloyalty, like everything. And I'm not going to say I'm tired, but I'm at a place where it doesn't matter what it is, even if it's not a goal of mine, I'm ready to receive all of my blessings. I have prompted and prepped for just about anything. I am ready, so I don't have to get ready. So whenever shit want to pop off, I'm ready. I am to that level of my life where I am relaxing, embracing, and observing, and just working on me, because I feel like I've lived a great life, and I'm blessed to have started early in this game. I'm glad to have some grit in me. I'm glad to say I started from the bottom. Now we here. It's been about almost 11 years, and by all means, there are people who've been doing it 5 years and they're farther than me, and I applaud them. But I don't want to live my life making money off of selling people a process. I'd rather see you take the process and win. And that's just that. And that's a total mindset change. But because before, we were secretive with stuff. I mean, not saying that I was, because I was willingly giving this information to friends and family. And now that there are more eyes on me as my audience grows, I am giving it to my new friends and family. So just think about your journey. And I always like to say, when I do my big interview, I can't wait to tell the story of where I started from. I can't wait to see how this different and unique high school student became who she is today, and inspire and motivate even more people in the world. So think about your mindset change. Think about when and why your shift is happening, and think about how you are going to grow into it, and just accept it and embrace it and let it happen. All right, so in closing, let's see if we can figure out how to manage the shift. I noticed that I isolate people and things instead of dealing with the situations head on, and that's just a thing that I need to work on. But also, when I'm dealing with a shift, sometimes we don't need to burden people with what we're going through, and we want to figure it out ourselves. So at the same time, it's really not isolating. It's really you doing the internal work so that you can be able to communicate what you're feeling or what you're going through to the people who truly care about you. You can go 7 days and there will be people who will never check on you. And to me, if we are somebody who talk every single day and then you don't hear from me from 7 days, you best believe I'm thinking like, hold up. But then there are some people who, if they don't hear from you from 7 days turn into 7 years. And it's just like, oh well, that wasn't real. So, some things we have to think about. Okay, it's like, sometimes we do get so busy that we're like, oh my gosh, wait. So when that thought pops in your mind, you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to so-and-so in a few days. Send that message like, hey, And that's okay. I might not be the biggest person and be like, well, because also I am the person that I don't want to always put my burden on somebody else. I don't want to be that person that comes to you and unloads my baggage every single day. And when you do that, make sure it's a two-way door. I want to be able to openly hear my friend's frustration as well as be open and available to their frustrations. I don't want it to be a one-way street where I'm always putting out my baggage on them. And I think we all owe it to ourselves to become better listeners, and make meaningful connections. Make meaningful connections that you want to last offline. I really truly feel that the offline connections will withstand the online ones, most definitely. And times are changing, and I will definitely probably come back next week because I want to talk about why times are changing and influencers and how we talk about our social media, how we present ourselves. And again, you know, I'm always here for the unpolished woman. I'm always here for the underdog. And if no one has ever told you, you matter, your voice matter, you might not have it all together, but you are perfect just the way you are. You are showing up, and that is what will stand. Your authentic self, you just being totally true to you and what your goal, your plans, and your mission is, will withstand everything else that looks so pretty on the outside, you know? So I just want y'all to know the shift is coming, and this is just one conversation that will lead into a bigger one. And hopefully I can go ahead and get this together and come back next week and just go deeper into what the shift will look like for me and what I forecast and see happening in the next couple of years, maybe even by the end of this year. So we're going to discuss that, and I hope you guys have your ears and eyes open and mind open to receive what I'm going to say. And I hope no one ever takes it to the heart. And if you do, address it with yourself. Say, I wonder, why did that trigger me? Is it the truth? You know, we're going to go back to that question. Why something happens when someone says something to you or does something to you. We need to write it down. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that for myself. Write it down and see if you can think about a time where something similar happened to you, or the first time something similar happened to you that had you in your feelings about that. So again, I'm so glad that you guys are here and you are getting to witness me as I'm moving through my shift. And I'm hoping that if you're moving through a shift, we can help each other out, and we can move through this together and just come out on the other side and create some magic. Because, you know, any obstacle that may come our way is ultimately telling you that that's a setup for a major breakthrough. So I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 22. Thank you guys so much for listening and subscribing. Don't forget to share and leave a review for this podcast. If you have any questions, you can email me at hello@cinquantacoxsmith.com. You can follow me on Instagram at cinquantacoxsmith and at coinsandconnections.com. My websites are www.cinquantacoxsmith.com and www.coinsandconnections.com. You can join my Facebook group at Books Plus Business with Cinquanta Cox-Smith. I love you more than I love this podcast. Peace.